What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, World Boxing Organization have officially stated that three-time junior middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, who's currently the undisputed junior middleweight world champion, widely considered, as he should be, top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, in Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is 35 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 19 wins by way of knockout, 32 years of age, 6 feet tall with a 73-inch arm reach. Jermell Charlo, he was scheduled to go into a highly anticipated showdown with Australian superstar, junior middleweight title contender, and son of a legend in TZSYU, that being TZSYU. TZSYU is the WBO mandatory challenger for Jermell Charlo and Jermell Charlo's WBO title. Jermell Charlo is the undisputed champion, okay? And so with that said, they were scheduled to face off against one another January 28th, but Jermell Charlo, he suffered a broken left hand, okay? And many people to speculate if Jermell Charlo actually broke his left hand or not. It got many people to speculate, if, this was a ploy because, the finances wasn't there to be able to stage this fight. So it got a lot of speculations, a lot of people thinking, a lot of rumors and reports. And Jermell Charlo ended up showing his left hand, that it was broken and bruised, and he showed his hand in the cast. And then the WBO, they still came out and they stated that Jermell Charlo needed to show and provide them with extensive proof. He needed to go to an orthopedic specialist, okay, and he needed to provide them with the necessary documents to let them know about, they want to get a second opinion, necessary documents about when he'll be able to return, how long the rehab is going to take. So they wanted some, extensive testing done to know just when they could have this fight, and to possibly allow TZSYU to have an interim fight. Okay, so we have guys that are raising their hand for the January 28th showdown because it looked like Jermell Charlo, there was reports Jermell Charlo could be out the ring for 6 months. There's reports that he could be in the cast for 3 months. So the WBO, I guess they just wanted clarification, right? And it's being reported that he's going to be in the cast for 2 months, but then he's going to have rehab done, so it looks like the fight won't be able to take place until June. Now, maybe people confuse the fact that if he's going to be in the cast for 2 months, you say he'd be out the cast in March, okay? Then he's going to go into rehab. So let's say he's in rehab for his hand. Obviously, this is his hand. He's a boxer, so this is the most important. This is not his ankle. This is not his knee. This is his hand. This is what he uses, right? This is his most important. His most important weapon is his hands. Okay, and it's his lead hand on top of it. So this is the hand he's going to be most active with, because Jermell Charlo is a great pure boxer. He uses his jab. He uses his lead hand to set up his power punches. He uses it to feint. He uses it to judge the distance. So it's very important, okay? And so he's going to have to go through extensive rehab to make sure it's stronger than ever. He don't want to get in the second round, third round, or the championship rounds, and suddenly he re-injures his hand, and now he's already in the middle of the fight, right? So, he don't want to take that chance, as he should not, okay? And so that means that Jermell Charlo is going to want to assure that his hand is stronger than ever. So you say another month for rehab. So you say April is gone. So that means then he's going to need a training camp, because obviously, clearly, he can't be in training camp, right? So he's going to need a training camp, 3 months. So you're talking about June or July for his ring return, okay? And so with that said, that's possibly the ring return. So does TZSYU, who fought in March, want to sit out that long for over a year, okay? Does he want to, be inactive that long? So you had guys like Tony Harrison, who's the former WBC junior middleweight world champion, a guy who beat Jermell Charlo, put the one blemish on his loss record. And then you also have Sebastian Fundora, who's the WBC mandatory challenger for Jermell Charlo, TZSYU winner. So both of them want to raise their hand, and then you're going to get plenty of other guys. So does TZSYU want to take on a Tony Harrison, a Sebastian Fundora, maybe even a Brian Castano, right? Or does he just want to have a tune-up, stay active fight? Okay, so we don't know, but the WBO may want to allow that and have an interim fight, where he could just stay active in somebody within the top 10 ranking system, right? And now they're saying that I went on their website and it says that they have the documents. Okay, so Jermell Charlo, so they issued a statement and stated that Jermell Charlo had until yesterday, January 1st, which was New Year's Day, which I don't understand. Why would they place that type of pressure on Jermell Charlo over the holidays to go and get, now granted, Jermell Charlo is a high profile celebrity athlete, and I'm sure he has access to medical attention more so than the average Joe, but I mean, they go on holiday trips. The doctors and the orthopedics, they're not exempt from celebrating the holidays, so they might not be available. So to put that's unnecessary pressure, in my opinion. I don't believe it's realistic. You know what I mean? But he got it done according to the documents. They said he got it done. So he suffered a broken hand. He's going to be out a while. And now we have, a situation where, TZSYU, is possibly going to have, an interim fight, a stay busy fight. Maybe he'll fight Tony Harrison. Who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe he'll go that route, but he don't want to. Maybe TZSYU, he may be a warrior and say, listen, I want to fight the best there is to offer. Maybe TZSYU say, listen, I want to assure that I get this opportunity to fight for Undisputed, and I'm just going to have a stay busy tune-up type fight. Who knows what route TZSYU is going to take, you know what I mean? But again, like I said, Jermell Charlo has been cleared according to, the WBO website and their documents, as he should. You know what I mean? I think that he should get the benefit of the doubt. Jermell Charlo has never, turned down only thing he turned down his collar. So, I believe Jermell Charlo, he wouldn't fake an injury, to avoid fighting TZSYU, and I think he's going to beat TZSYU, right? It's just ironic, obviously, that Jermell Charlo had, made these qualms about and these statements about Tony Harrison when he got injured heading into their rematch, and Brian Castano when he got injured heading into their rematch. He placed that onus on them and stated that, they was faking the injury because they didn't want to fight. So obviously they're going to respond and say, listen, man, now you faking the injury because you don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see how this unfolds and plays out. But Jermell Charlo has been cleared. Jermell Charlo shouldn't strike anybody as somebody who's avoiding fights. Not to mention, Jermell Charlo is a dog and definitely should be ranked top 5 pound for pound best fighters in the world. He's fighting the best junior middleweight have to offer. And it's arguably the hardest division in all of boxing, the deepest division in all of boxing. And look at the names he has beaten. And not only has he beaten them, the loss he had with Tony Harrison, he came back and avenged it in dramatic fashion, knocking out Tony Harrison. The draw he had with Brian Castano, he came back in dramatic fashion, knocking out Brian Castano. You understand? Erickson Lubin was seen as a major hurdle, a challenge. He knocked him out in the first round. You understand? So Tony Harrison is arguably the best pure boxer. Brian Castano's rough and rugged, hard, pale, awkward Argentinian fighter. He beat these guys. You understand? With flying colors. They were competitive fights, but he passed those tests stamped of approval. So I think he definitely should be considered top 5 best pound for pound fighters in the world. So, and again, like I said, I have no doubt that Jermell Charlo will fight any and everybody, period. So he's been cleared. That's a great thing. They said that they gave him to January 1st, or they was going to strip him of the title. Well, he proved his worth. Now let's see what's next for TZSYU. And that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.